You know, I haven't played Germany in a while. A recent turn of events has left Germany on the path to war again. German officials say that they will no longer keep the Rhineland demilitarized, arguing the need to protect German citizens in the area. Keep that in mind. And there goes Poland. Now, let's all go back to West Germany for no reason. And while we're working on opposing Hitler, I'm also going to go over here and bypass the Rhineland focus. You see, this video is not going to be done by Tuesday, so, it's going to be outdated no matter what, so I figured might as well have fun with it, so that's why I'm in this, fossil of a game version where supply areas are still a thing, and there's only two sides in the Spanish Civil War. Onwards to Berlin. There we go, German Reich cut in half. Hitler found dead, Hitch truly Jover. What are you doing? What is this death stack? They're not gonna spread it out. What? I moved on from HoI4 to HoI4 specifically so I wouldn't have to do this manually. What about down here? Is the frontline AI being any more competent down here? The Civil War came to a halt in the middle of that manually microed offensive over here. Man, remember having to devote a research slot to researching a doctrine? That is one of the best changes they ever made was changing that. This is a certified HoI4 classic. We lost like half our army in the Civil War, so now we're going to have to train up a whole new one. Ah man, I forgot to do all my political power stuff while I was in the Civil War. I am rusty. Oh no, the game crashed. You see, we need this to survive for now, because we'll have a use for that later, you'll see. Right, now I've got here two entire armies that are made up entirely of this two-width cavalry template, and now I switch them over to the infantry, which will cause my manpower in the field to shoot up. This will shortly allow us to start working on that Anschluss. Welcome to the Empire. Now let's get a Kaiser in this Kaiserreich. So Britain and France are mobilizing, and France is going to declare war on me if I don't back down on the Kaiser. I'm going to back down. I think I'll be able to get his son. Yeah. Long live the Kaiser. France threatened war with me over my Kaiser coming back, so as revenge, I'll just send them a bunch of communists to destabilize them. The Kaiserreich has a long history of sending communists to destabilize rivals. Now that we've had our revenge, let's get back to expansion. You see, our next move is going to upset the European balance of power a bit, and we can't really do that without allies of our own. As part of our improving relations, let's do some trade with each other. Let us formalize an alliance. The left descended in France. Uh-oh. Hope I didn't have anything to do with that. Ah, wunderbar. That's cursed faction map mode. But I don't think we'll be in the same faction as France for much longer. The Kaiser's dead, long live the Kaiser. I thought we were supposed to have this guy already, because we backed down from demanding the Kaiser back from the Netherlands. All of Czechoslovakia belongs to the Reich. The Kaiserreich, more specifically. Aiming to redefine the power balance in the Mediterranean, Italy has been making political overtures towards the creation of a new alliance in the region. Let's hope their interests don't conflict with ours, specifically over this country. Okay, so France has become the French Commune, but they're still in the Allies, and I don't think they're going to take the joint Comintern focus. I think Communist France being in the Allies is kind of messing stuff up, so I'm just gonna tab over to... Yeah, no longer being in a faction with France means I could now take this focus, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. You see, if I were to go to war with France, I wouldn't really be able to break through the Maginot Line here, and going through the mountains is not what I have in mind. Yes, that would be quite aggressive of us, wouldn't it? Rommel's pierced straight through the Dutch lines. And there should go Belgium too. You know, I think I can't puppet since I'm in the Allies, so I guess I'll just have to take all this myself. Now that I've got a way around the Maginot Line, I'll demand Alsace-Lorraine from the French. France was welcomed into the Comintern. I see how it is. It's a good thing I left these buffer states over here. That way I don't have to worry about my Eastern Front for now. You know, I might have spoken too soon about not having to worry about this front. With Steiner protecting our eastern flank, we've got nothing to worry about. I don't want to use that quite yet, though, because the British almost like me enough, and generating any more world tension will interfere with that. Uh-oh. Don't they go to me for mediation before trying to invade? Oh, no. And Italy went to war on their side, so they're probably going to join Italy's faction, won't they? Yeah. Guess that was a waste of a focus. In the meanwhile, the Soviets have been shipping troops over to France, so they actually outnumber us over here, but the Soviets still have officers purged, so like before they get more troops over here and before they get rid of officers purged, I think I should just go before they extend the Maginot Line. Go! Vorwärts, Männer! We have broken through Sedan. It's just like real life. The Soviets have taken one of the forts over here. There will be no British expeditionary force to save France at the Marne this time. Alright, we got a little tank-on-tank action down here. And then Soviet infantry came in and ruined it. We've taken Dunkirk, so they're truly cut off here. Meanwhile, Paris has still not fallen, but it's looking like we're going to be able to push across the Seine north of them. And as the Seine falls, so does Paris. Unfortunately, France no longer has their disjointed government, so they're not going to fall now that we've taken Paris. Let's go for another encirclement. Now that I'm at war with France and the Soviet Union, I can finally go up to war economy. Alright, now you guys pin them down, and you guys start pushing. There we go, there's the Maginot Line cut off. Alright, so right now there's 106 enemy divisions in the France region. Let's see how many there are once we close this pocket. Oh, just overrun a lot of divisions there. No, don't block the overrun. Okay, so there were over 100, and now there's like 60. France is up to like 1.5 million casualties, and the Soviet Union ain't doing too great either. Now that I've upped my conscription and gotten my forces somewhat rearranged over here, let us commence the final offensive. You boys will be home by Christmas. Los, los, los! Another 200,000 casualties, and France has capitulated. Now let's send Rommel over to the east. I'll let the Soviets keep grinding up against me throughout winter, and then in spring my medium tank should be ready. Then we'll start working on our own offensive. Riga seems pretty lightly defended. I might be able to do a naval invasion here, and then move down to West Vienna and cut off Russia over here. I see my idea was so good, the Brits are already trying it. Well, before they have time to respond. Amazing job, UK. You never cease to amaze me. And the medium tanks are out just in time for the offensive. Not exactly what you normally expect mountaineers to be doing, but they are my only special forces. Oh neat, we got a little pocket over here. Oh, that was a lot of overruns. Might be about to lose 3 of the Mountaineers here. That would actually be terrible. We got green on Riga right now. We might be able to hold. If these guys start to go too low, I might have to last stand them. Can we break them before they break us? Don't have enough CP to last stand again. So tragic. Oh right, yeah, I forgot I set them to do that. Yes, the little puppet states Germany released way back in the beginning of the video have declared war on the Soviet Union for their cores back. If NATO troops ever enter Ukraine, I will claim to have called it. Communist Sweden joined the Comintern. How did that happen on historical focuses? Alright, I seem to have gotten my oil situation sorted for now. Now let's see these 40 width mediums in action. Already made a breakthrough. Some of them are retreating into the pocket. Oh, that was beautiful. Alright, so I know the last time I used Mountaineers for a naval invasion it didn't work out, but what if I did nothing different and just tried again? That was the wrong army. It'll be different this time, trust me. Oh, yo, the Brits naval invaded Leningrad. And I think they're actually going to be able to hold this one because of the river here. That is a shame. While he's wounded, I think I'll cycle in Guderian. Italy declared war on Yugoslavia. You're going to invite them to the Allies or something, won't you, UK? It's a good thing I was lining up my troops on the border anyway. Not because I knew Yugoslavia was going to happen, but because I was looking at their old focus tree and saw that they have war with the UK down here. Alright, now let's blitz through Ukraine. We made a little pocket down here. We're like completely out of fuel. We're still actually managing to do these armored offensives, so I wonder if we are just like putting it into neutral, getting out and pushing. Wait a minute. France controls the Isle of Man. Yeah, I was waiting for something like that, and Greece is democratic, so they're probably going to get... No, they're not aligned. Maybe they won't get invited to the Allies. Though, I mean, I think eventually we are going to have to deal with this. The Americans are invading Sweden from the south while they're distracted with that. I'm going to land in Stockholm. I might be screwed. Not to worry, I can just send them right back out again. And now let's send the entire Austrian army to deal with this. Alright, now I'm just going to battle plan up here, and I hope to never have to think about that again. Instead, I'm going to be down here doing, getting up to some stuff. And completely running out of fuel by the looks of it. Still doing like 50 cast damage down here. Bit less now that we're out of fuel, but we've crossed the dawn down here in the south. One tile away. And we're breaking it. You see, these are the types of moves we're supposed to be pulling off as Germany in 1941. Split it off into an even smaller encirclement around Kharkov. That'll be a pretty big one. Okay, what are the Soviets at? 4.6. And 4.64. That was like 30,000 men in there. Not as big as I'd hoped, but it's something. And the Soviets are all the way up to 5.36 million, so that was another like 600,000 men we just killed there. There goes Sweden. Let's try and link up with the Brits up here. Alright, that was a successful year, I think. We took Leningrad, we took Stalingrad, we didn't take Stalingrad, we bypassed Stalingrad. I'm going to send these tanks to go take the oil supply, and then next year we'll push further in and hopefully take out the Soviet Union. The last stand of the Soviet Caucasian Army. The Brits and, what's that, the Belarusians are still attacking. Don't you know it's winter? Alright, let's get this video finished today. I mean, this year. Start the offensive and immediately got a general wounded. We got a resistance, we go around it. Got two little encirclements around Moscow, and let's go for another. Oh, about to get cut off here. Can't have that. Quite the successful spring offensive, if I do say so myself. 80% towards capitulation, and they've got like no major victory points left. This is going to be a while. We finally surpassed 1 million casualties. Italy is finally doing war with UK. Luckily, I've already got one army on the border and another in production. Oh neat, the US and India invading through Central Asia should make this a bit faster. If we take out the Soviets before the war with Italy starts, I'll call it a video there, but I don't expect that to happen. Although, I don't know, it is kind of close. Italy's not completed their focus yet. Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Italy is planning to go to war with the Allies, and the Comintern. Bold move. 99%. Taking Archangel might be enough to win us this war. Alright, there we go. I puppeted Communist China over here in France's little bit of China. If I were to continue, this would be a nice expansion route for me, joining the war against Japan and getting my vassals' cores on all of China. I imagine Italy's not going to use their war goal against the United Kingdom, considering how much they're outnumbered by us. Like, just me alone is way more than the upper estimate of what they've got, and then the United States has also got a pretty big army. If this video gets 1,000 views, I'll continue, take out Italy's faction, join the war over in Japan. Until then, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. And I've also got an announcement. I now have channel memberships. Membership perks include the ability to see a video a day before everyone else, and also the ability to see exclusive members-only videos. I've had this saved as Kaiserin the whole time, even though it became apparent by the end that I wasn't going to be able to get Victoria in charge. So sad, so tragic.